Take a seat, take a breath. Got a feed that decides life and death. Every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? So with me, that's my mentality. Where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, see, bulls and bears and fantasy. Every post's a prophecy. It's nothing made to be. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a chart in crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23. Trust the line, ignore the spreadsheet. If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Slow with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Scroll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt in harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
G-scroll. Pardon me. G-scroll to all who celebrate, especially G-scroll to Drew from Web3, who made it for real on Gyat. So he's here. And be more like Drew. Jump in the chat, say G-scroll, say what's up. My name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll With Me. This is episode 182. We're almost 200 scrolls deep in this meta-analysis of Twitter is really what it is. This is for science. We are collecting data. You know, they say that in the age of AI, when everything is commoditized, the most valuable thing will be data. And this is that pure data. This is that user feedback. Nikita Beer, where are you at? Why aren't you transcribing Scroll With Me videos to be like, this is your ICP, your ideal customer profile, you know? But alas, we're here. My name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll With Me. It is Tuesday, July 28th. You know what that means? That means it's almost August. What? You know, where did the time go? But for those of you who are first time here, maybe not, and just maybe need a refresher, Scroll With Me is where we scroll the timeline, where we try to understand the truth and the false, where we dive in. Do we do deep dives? Absolutely not. We don't click in. You know the rules. I don't make them up. I just follow them. We don't click in. Now, does that mean that I won't ramble on something for 5 minutes? No guarantees. But we're definitely not going to read more than 280 characters. So let's go ahead and let's begin to scroll. Yeah. Let's see here. Watch out. Okay. So here we go. So we've just spent the last 20 minutes talking about FWA. Diego says, yo, Dude Lift. Hola, how is your Spanish? Un poquito español. uh, you know, soy guapo. That's all I know. You know what I mean? Donde está la biblioteca? My Spanish is poor, to be fair. I took Spanish in elementary school, didn't pay attention, then took Latin in high school. So, that was cool. They made a point of telling me that, hey, this is a dead language that no one speaks. And I was like, fascinating. I really enjoyed the history component of Latin class, to be honest. I've been itching though to learn another language, even though I know that like pretty soon I'm just going to throw my meta glasses on and just have it translate in real time. But I don't know, maybe it's that IRL AI barbell that I've been talking about. Like if I travel somewhere, I want to be able to speak the language. I don't want to have to. I don't know. So I've been, and then I'm Italian by ancestry, and so there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should learn Italian, even though part of me wants to learn Japanese. I'm like, maybe I learn Italian because I kind of get all the Romance languages. They kind of all, if you get one, you can kind of weave your way through the others. So let's see. Yeah. So that answers your question. But let us begin to scroll. We've got G Money here. So sped last 20 minutes chatting about FWA. Dude, first off, G Money back in the trenches talking about crypto, things we love to see. Streaming with Hunter Orel from Loot. Excellent. Excellent. Diego says, come to Barcelona. We'll eat paella and drink wine. We'll definitely eat paella and maybe we'll go to the Sagrada Familia. Last time I was at the Sagrada Familia, it was under construction and now it's done. So I want to go. I want to go back. I want to see one of the eighth wonders of the world. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Let's keep going here. Dude, let's just wait. Drop the plasma platinum card on the ground and it cracks the floor. Bang. Manish on the beat. Bang. Dude, I kind of want to. What is zero fees? Dude, I did see something yesterday. I'm just going to refresh because for some reason the timeline felt stale. Diego says Sagrada Familia is not ready yet. It needs a lot of work. Of course it does. But let's be honest. Are these things ever really done? Are they ever really done? You go to any great cathedral or basilica in Europe, and there's some guy restoring, some painting on the wall. And by the time he gets done, it'll take him 10 years. By the time he makes it from one side to the next, it'll be time to restart restoring it again. They're just persistently under construction and maintenance, if we're being honest with each other. And that's part of the appeal. That's part of the appeal. What do we got here? We got Exotic Raccoon, channeling main character energy, need all of it on East Coast this weekend in time zone. Screw me up. Dude. The OpenSea team is cooking. They are. Their AI animation team, I think it's great. It's almost like I would love if there's like an OpenSea Studios at some point. I mean, they're already making shorts, but let's see, Diego, we're just having, I love how the chat is like, Diego's just we're having a side conversation about Barcelona at this point. Gaudi died and didn't leave blueprints, just mock-ups and works have been done by his interpretation. That makes complete sense. Yeah, makes complete sense. It's like the American mind can't comprehend that like someone would start building something and they'll be like, I'll never see this finished. My son will carry on. No, don't apologize, Diego. The chat is what's up. If there wasn't a chat, it would just be me scrolling Twitter and talking, which I would do 100%, which is part of the appeal of Scroll With Me. It's like, I would do this because I'm insane like that. But the chat is really what makes it, makes it hit. All right, here we go. We got GameStop, dude. Is GME pumping? Incredible. Okay, dude, this interview, shout out to Rubik's for chopping this up. I believe you have some Rubik's Cubes coming your way, BT dubs. But so Digital Spenders Club did a podcast with Luca, and I think they really did a good job. And Luca got a chance to articulate some of his kind of more current thinking on things. And I think it makes a lot of sense, a lot of stuff that he's talking about. Talks about trying to grow in Web3 seems to be kind of a zero-sum game. And it does feel that way sometimes. Like, just no matter what you do, it's like always competitive or something like that. Like Doodles had an announcement a couple weeks ago, and someone tried to call us out saying, you did this in spite of another project just to, stick it to them. You announced it on the same day. I'm like, just no, like giving us way too much credit there. Like we're just heads down building, trying our best. But in But in the point that I make that analogy is like in Web 2, for the most part, no one would say, "Oh, Pokemon dropped something. Oh, like what's Yu-Gi-Oh doing today? What's Beyblade doing today?" Like, nope. They're just like, "Oh yeah, Pokemon did a thing. That's cool." And to the same point, even with like kind of being a fan, or even a collector, like the people I've run into who are major collectors of different IPs. Let's say they collect Pokemon, they might go like, "Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is not my thing," or whatever. But they like kind of respect the hustle. But in crypto, it's just like, oh, oh, I'm a Bored Ape collector. And that's a bad example because I don't want to actually create FUD between projects. But like literally any project, they go, "Oh, I'm a collector of this." I'm like, "Oh, so you must hate that other thing." Yeah, it's like no, like just no. And so yeah, I think moving towards being more positive sum and less zero sum is absolutely where we need to go. So I think Luca was on it with that. Ooh, let's see. Pulled a zero point 0.6 ETH backed Max Payne on my first FWA. Ah, yes. I wonder what's the floor price on actual Max Payne? Let's see. NFTs would be a much different place if Adam Weitzman wasn't the man he is. I won't share details because our friendship is something I don't use as leverage. We caught up on FaceTime yesterday, and man, yeah, very cool. Very cool. Oh my gosh, so funny. I wonder if this video, so apparently, speaking of Adam Weitzman, he just hired someone to kind of like be like a full-time content creator for him and like create animated shorts and stuff like that. I wonder if this is in relation to that or if this is unrelated. Not sure. Or maybe this person made it straight up. But I just thought that was cool. Let's see here. Stop and think. Stop thinking a CV alone will land you a job. Yes. Yes. Distribution is key. Distribution is key. And I know that everyone who doesn't have distribution or hasn't made a point of creating distribution will be like, wow, actually, whatever. The age of the idea guy, the age of the generalist, the age of someone with distribution. Oh, Adobe is up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's give a little refresh here, dude. Let's get some freshy tweets. Wait, this is so interesting. I need to ruin your Tuesday, but you're never going to become a profitable AI ghostwriter. Did anyone think that they were? Now, I think there's actually huge opportunity here, like in the way that, for example, I know some people who run a digital marketing agency and they still charge thousands of dollars to design websites. If you are trying to make money on X or whatever in the space, no. Go to local businesses. Use AI tools. You don't need to tell them. It's not important. It's about the deliverables. You will be a god among men in your local businesses. Local businesses, the most you're using AI is making horrific, flyers that are like fucking cancer. But you come in with a little bit of acumen, a little bit of taste, you can turn their world upside down and make money doing it. Definitely some opportunity there. Orgy says, I'm in Madrid. Diego, shout out to our man. He's in Madrid. All right, let's see here. It feels as a video editor when you read no revisions. It's real. Can you just change the music? All right, let's see. Gary Vee believes collectibles have replaced stocks and contemporary art as a status for younger generations. I believe collectibles have eaten up pop culture energy of what young 20-year-olds would do with public stocks. Let's see. We don't click in. Oh, I'm sorry, I suggested to do that. I'm sorry. We need to cleanse our palate. But did anybody ever flex stocks like online? I don't know. Like I feel like flexing P&Ls is going to become not low status like it has been in the past. It'll become high status. That's why, it was weird. Like stocks as a status symbol was always kind of the air, like the boomer era when you really didn't talk about money. So that's where it's like flexing collectibles is different in the way that they're, have a more or less liquid market. You can price them. Someone has a watch on or a card around their neck if they're Mr. Wonderful, whatever, you can clock that thing right away. but no one's like walking around with a ticker on their head and they're like, I have 50 stocks of SpaceX or 50 shares of SpaceX. Some people do, depending on like your niche, online following, but I think, and people like Alexis Ohanian have been calling this out, like alternative assets. Now, as all things are, and I'm sure Gary's take is more nuanced here. It's like not like I don't think anybody would say like, oh, they're replacing stocks forever. It's like, no, they're having like a moment. But I do think the ultimate truth, the golden thread that pulls its way through is people are more willing to hold alternative assets as investments long term. It seems like, but we'll see. But I think that's the message here. Touching grass is overrated. We're on the verge of a new bull market. Time to lock the fuck in. Make sure to drink water. Make sure to drink water, as they say. Ooh, 100 new stock tokens on Robinhood. Oh, it's so interesting that like Robinhood is the issuer of those things. That's kind of cool. Dude, I got to think up some degenerate bullshit for this. I will say that the part that I'm loving about like FWA and other things like this is that there seems to be more of an appetite for on-chain experimentation. Monty says the reward outweighs the risk. Maybe he's talking about the collectibles as opposed to stocks. Yeah, potentially. And there's almost like the same thing. It's like holding an NFT versus ETH. Like even if it goes down a little bit, you still have your Pokemon card and you go, nice. I love Gengar. If Nike goes down, you go, fuck those motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you look at your Jordans and you go, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding, people. Even that, those are collectibles kind of within that ecosystem, but just that stock or that number go up and down technology on your Robinhood app, hits a little bit different. Maybe they should make like more collectible stocks. Bring back paper stocks, LOL. Okay. Oh, I was saying about FWA in the appetite for on-chain experimentation. I think is really, really cool. That's why I'm like, I built a bunch of apps a few months ago on Flow that are like very complicated, very complex. I even had some of the original Flow smart contract developers. They like looked at my code and they were like, damn, like this shit's pretty complex. It's all AI. I'm not fucking smarty pants or anything. But it's just leveraging the available tools. And so that's the amazing thing that I'm liking about FWA is there seems to be an appetite for that. So I might just like fuck around, with some stuff on chain on Robinhood. Who knows? I think there's definitely space there. You try to make something on chain in 2026, they just kill you. After I just said maybe I'll just put some stuff on chain. That's the attitude that I think needs to go away. I think we should ship a bunch of stuff on chain. The barrier to entry is so low now. So no big deal. Damn, Meow is absolutely cooking. Ditch Coinbase, send and receive BTC, ETH, SOL, XRP from your business checking account on Meow. Wow. Ditch Coinbase. Bold language from the Meow. Stop by and get a free spin to crack. Where's this even at? That's crazy. Midnight High Rocks training. Midnight. Where is it? Oh, you're inside. For some reason, they're like fucking jungle gym. I thought this was a subway station. I was like, where in the hell are you? And this is midnight. You're inside. Got it. All right, here we go. Thread Guy explains the biggest problem with FWA. The biggest thing I'm debating with FWA is that this is really interesting mechanism where you can't buy. You can only sell. The only way to buy is through these super negative EV spins. Okay, this is the cooling off point where the peanut gallery is beginning to poke holes in FWA tokenomics. All contract params are adjustable. Yeah, I mean, but I thought it was like it's not that you can't buy it forever. I think it's just not tradable yet. So I'm like, it's almost like this entire conversation is moot. It's like just the current state of affairs. It's like farming a protocol before it goes live, but in a weird way that the token is like quasi live. That's interesting. I see nothing wrong here. I see nothing. Farming any protocol is typically it's negative EV in the short term. The fact that you can actually unlock some value during that period, where typically it'd be like a points farming era, is actually fascinating. So there's that. Oh my gosh, it's so funny, dude. Clemente, And this just goes to show you, okay, he posted this 2 hours ago, 50 likes, 4,000 impressions. These shorts that Clemente is putting out on his page, who just got 60,000 followers on Instagram, are absolutely cooking on traditional social media, which just goes to show you something, uh, to be fair. Mando going live now. Dude, I saw this clip from Mando yesterday, and I knew a little bit of history of Mando and some stuff, but I didn't realize this. And I'll repeat what he said. It's fascinating. So he gives 2021. He cashed out his own bank account, his wife's bank account, I think to the tune of, call it, just under $500,000. Bought Bored Apes. Then the ape coin drop happened in about over a week. Sold all the ape coin that he got with the Bored Apes and made $11 million. And then a little while later, when blur farming was at its peak, they famously, him and OSF, one clipped the remainder of the Bored Apes into blur bids. He made an additional $8 million. So that is a crazy trade. Let us not forget the craziness of NFTs. Insane. Went out. Let's see. Who's active right now? Wow. Dude, are we back here? Who's active right now? I liked it. He caught me. All right. Today, CZ Binance made his first public appearance in the Philippines by gracing the ASEAN Summit in Manila. Okay, this is so funny. I'm not getting. This is cool. It's just cool for a variety of reasons. But I will never forget. There was like a very short period of time. CZ had just got out of jail, but he wasn't back at Binance yet because he couldn't be for a variety of reasons. And I think I was in Dubai, and he came to do a talk, and I went and saw it. And this was crypto to me, like in a way, or maybe, I don't know. Last cycle is crime crypto. I'm not sure, but they bring out CZ, and he's CZ, right? And they go, CZ, founder of Giggle Academy. And everyone just acts like that's, yep. We don't know him for anything else. Definitely not Binance, definitely from Giggle Academy. And then they just had to pretend. And the moderator asked him questions about Giggle Academy. And I was like, that's not what we're all here for. Just a thought. That was a good time. That was a good time. Hot take, 2026 has been the best year for movies in the last 50 years. I mean, I can't recall off the top of my head the last 50 years of movie watching, but it's been a good one. Dude, I fucking tried to buy tickets for Spider-Man, and good fucking luck. Holy shit. People are going back to the movies. Talk about, not financial advice, AMC stock. I don't know. Buy AMC stock on Robinhood chain, I guess. I don't know. But like, fucking movie theaters are sold out at like most of the times. Dude, the Odyssey 70 millimeter, I got tickets, might not be able to go because I might be traveling. So I was like, oh, I can't buy a ticket to Odyssey 70 millimeter in my town until August 20th. Almost a month from now. I can sit in the first row, but come on, let's be real. Let's be real. All right, what does Jay say? Always with a poignant take. Crypto did not create the hyper gamblingification of everything. Crypto simply skated to where the puck society was headed. True. Dude, I mean, look at sports betting. I mean, holy shit. Dude, when I was growing up, sports betting was illegal as hell. It was like, yeah, it was just so illegal. Like, I guess you could do it in Vegas, maybe kind of a little bit. But everywhere else, illegal, looked down upon. How could you do that? How dare you? What kind of degenerate fuck sports gambles? Now it's ESPN brought to you by DraftKings. I mean, it's just like, and that happened quickly. We went from 0 to parlays in like 3 years. I mean, I don't know. That happened quick. Here we go here. Board says having a well-developed X account is the most powerful communication tool a CEO has today. 1,000 glowing articles written by journalists will never exceed the value of being able to go direct to your customers. Damn. Oh, I did not expect. I don't know. I started reading this without reading it out loud. I never do this. He says, fuck people and businesses who don't respect your time. I assume this is going to be some crypto related thing. He's like, I just wasted 2 hours of my life waiting at the dog groomers. So funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, a very important update on Soulflare card. Our card issuing partner, Kulipa, is winding down due to solvency issues and can no longer support Soulflare. So card stopped working abruptly today. Interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that. Horrifying. Don't even know why I scrolled like I was reading anyways. But this is, I mean, interesting. So we know all these card issuers out here. There's many cards. What happens if the issuer goes down? Looks like we'll find out with Soulflare. Montier says gamification is king. Experiential interactions are sticky. Yeah, that's real. I saw, speaking of Gary Vee, he's on a bit of a heater recently, but he said something like the businesses in 2035 should be building like they're for 1965. And I do think this kind of AI barbell, like Matrix Neuromancer plugged in versus fucking chicken coop, you know, that is the bar to me. Being anywhere in between is a little bit tough. So let's get one final refresh. Final tweet. Are you part of the community? Dachshund Wizard. I'm so offended. Okay, dude, we're back. We're back at the same camel tweets. Oh, look. Mando reveals the Bored Ape trade that turned his bank account into $19 million. Yep, that's what I'm saying. I already read this to you. You already know the lore. No need to watch the clip. But let's see here. It is 8:59 on Tuesday, July 28th. This has been an incredible time scrolling with you all today. You know, the 50 odd people on the stream. But until next time, until tomorrow, July 29th, I'll see you on the timeline.